Hi, here we are at Clark Auction, previewing next Sunday sale, Sunday, July the 27th. Sale starts at 10 a.m. Small but great sale, so don't miss it. Don't be lying on the beach there. Get in and view the sale or bid at it. Okay, first up is we have this wonderful pair of large multi-drawer mirrored cabinets with the gilt trim, and these are by Richard Smith, I believe. We have a nice pair of them. In between this came from an estate up in Riverdale, New York, up in the Bronx. The owner of the estate was a friend of Vladimir Kagan's, and this is a custom-made, beautiful sort of chaise type settee. Nice original leather in it. Look at the typical Kagan base at the bottom there. It's nice the way it slopes down, so a nice rare piece to have here. One of a few pieces of Kagan here. This came from a Greenwich home. This is by Bruce Stillman, kinetic sculpture, look at that. Nice, good large size. Really wonderful. Estimated conservatively at 1,000 to 15, so a good investment piece there. Moving right over here, we've got our nice piece of probably Danish modern. Look at the grain on that rosewood. Either side of this has a little pull out here, so it's really beautiful, beautiful grain. Either side of it, we have four what they call Bambi chairs, teak Bambi chairs actually. Here, really wonderful color on this, good large size, but just super condition with the colors all still there. It looks like it came straight out. It's Philip and Calvin Laverne, I believe it's called the Wedding Trail. Nice large size, also from the same estate as the Kagan. This Niki Samphal is going to be in our September sale. You'll notice a few items as you're flashing about that are coming up in September. We have a strong sale there. And typical this, good time for a Corona by an Texas African-American artist called Bates. Okay, over here. Once again, we have another Steinway. It looks a bit rough on the finish and stuff, but everyone that comes in says it has a wonderful sound. This came from an estate in Riverside Drive in Manhattan. Conservatively estimated at 3,000 to 5,000 in the main room. Once again, you're going to notice stuff coming up in September, so sorry about that, but there you go. We have two nice violins in this sale. This violin is signed Carlo Testori. Comes in the original case with two bows. These came from an estate next door to us in Larchmont. There's also this violin. You can see all the hand carving on it. So anyone who's a violin person should come in and view these. This one's signed and dated 1803 inside. There's a decorative violin here. It was done for a charity auction. The violins are seated atop a really nice scroll arm and scroll back, signed Chesterfield stuff. It's actually signed Chesterfield and looks like it just came out of the box. Okay, over here. Contemporary but nice pair of sort of mirrored back sconces with the American ships on it. Below here, a large set of Limoges Xiqiang porcelain. Really large set, serving pieces, etc., etc. We got books in the sale, so book people, please tune in. Up here, this is by Harris Smith, good large size. Came from Greenwich, I believe. Okay, in here, we have three sculptures by Ernest Trova. This is one of them. I'll show you the rest in a minute. Really great condition. These came from Flagler Drive in Marrick, right on the water. Here's another one here. They had three. That's the original finish that was on it. We have this wind-up doll. Forget the name of it, but you'll have to forgive me for that. Clark, CLARKENY.com. Moving right along, nice pair of cut glass. These are probably Baccarat because they've got the typical bubbles in the glass. Really wonderful. Nice to have a pair of them. Below here we got Meissen, we've got, these are a nice pair of lusters. Nice with the bubbling of the glass and the enamel work of the original shades. Below here we got some nice African tooth and beaded sculpture. In here we got three nice, these came from an appraisal day we did in Rye. Really beautiful Bergman's bronzes. Nice, still got great original paint on the nice rare ones. These are lamps originally, can of course be turned back into lamps. Got clocks that Kenny will get to. This bronze sculpture here is pretty important. It's by an English sculptor called Reg Butler. So nice to have that for that. More bronze, look at the large boar. I believe that's by Peter Wussick, that large bird, jackdaw, crows we'd call it over in Ireland. This bronze sculpture here is by Decor. This one here is large but unsigned. But nice, so great sculpture in the sale. This one here is also unsigned. Heavy bronze. It's So sitting on top of Florence Knoll sliding door cabinet. Probably had the handles changed at one stage. Here from Riverdale, where the Kagan stuff came from, one of my favorite pieces in the sale is, look at this, like sort of Matisse style, but good heavy weight. Beautifully cut table with the beveled glass top. This bronze here, illegibly signed, but good large side, really well executed with nice patina. Nice tassel and gilt table there with Murano, with a glass shade Murano lamp sitting on top. And we're going to swing right up here. We got Knoll chairs, Knoll swivel chairs, mid-century multi-drawer cabinet. This is a beautiful cameo glass shade and lamp. Unsigned, but good large size. Look at the wonderful bronze carving below it, bronze sculpture. We'll swing up here, these folding chairs, I believe we have 6 of them, are by Castelli. And we have, this is Florence Knoll sofa, I believe, right here. Here, this is contemporary but nice. Beautiful white table with the 4 chairs with the acrylic legs on them. Sitting on top, this is a chess table. It's tiger's eye and a black marble or stone. This is a wonderful, looks like a Buddha head, Pieta Dura style, even a tiger's eye. All sorts of wonderful rare stones in there. This chest of drawers here is also from Riverdale, the Vladimir Kagan. Missing 1 rail, but I'm sure it's easy for you to find that, but nice. It's a rare piece, sort of as is, but nice to have. You can redo it. Here, another Florence Knoll early cabinet, nice with the white trim. Back to the antiques, probably 18th century, this low Queen Anne lowboy. Here we have 2 Knoll. These are the 2, this one went above the other one. These are the top cabinets that went above the other 2 floor cabinets. It's a nice big size and in wonderful condition. Opens on both sides, so even if you're a retailer, you're wanting to sell something or have it for your dining room. Nice display cabinet here. Moving right up. This is pretty nice. This came from next door in Riverdale. They used to be hot as hell for this size. Nice with the curving and the, you know, the swan relief carved in it. Nice, probably 18th century. Here we have a Howard banjo clock. Also came from next door in Larchmont. This is a large gilt mirror, plenty of mirrors in the sale. Nice large, this is an after cameo glass, after Gallet. Here, 18th century. Once again, these used to be so hot, so they will come back in, I'm sure, at some stage, so a good time to buy them. But look at that, nice original patina, nice step back, 2-door, or 2 doors over 2-door. Before we move too far forward, this is a Adrian Pearsall, brutalist table, very like Paul Evans stuff. Nice big size, nice glass top. We have a pair of these demi-lunes. You can use them against the wall as demi-lunes, or you can open them up as a dining room table. More mirrors. These big lamps here, I believe, are called the pill lamps. But look at the size of that. Look at that shade, taller than myself. Plenty of lighting in the sale. Stickley Audi, little trunk there, sort of after Harvey Ellis. Here we have a nice wide 19th century Wiat table, as is on the marble. Contemporary chaise here. This table, I believe, is after Félicien Béjart. Beautiful with the glass, but it is actually signed on it. This lamp, sort of after Artolucci, I believe it comes together with another standing lamp. More Castelli chairs. This is really great. Good, heavy, large size. Look at the Art Deco steel base on that, and it's French. Came from next door. It's the other lamp. This, I believe, is by Gary Kulak. Enameled metal sculptural chair. Here we have the other piece by Ernest Trova. This, I believe, the finish on this is called Corson, so it's actually, that is how the finish should be. Really nice. We have 3 by Trova this sale, so that's unusual, so it's good to have them. This table here with the demi-lune glass and the nice, beautifully patinated and hammered, I was going to say banged, hammered metal base. This is by Puccio de Rossi. Came from down at Flagler Drive. These are very different and they're nice because they have a nice contemporary feel. They're probably Murano glass and brass and iron. Never seen a pair, so I would say rare, nice to have. Decorative as opposed to the usual dark looking. This, I believe, is Siegelman's in our September sale. We have a set of 8 of these. They're sort of Memphis style, so very interesting with the leather cushions, nice turned backs on them. These 2 chairs here, swivel, plastic. They came from Riverdale, where we had the Vladimir Kagan. These actually might be Kagan, so you geniuses out there will know more than me anyway, so you can figure that out. This table here is large and wonderful. Just look at the enamel work on the flowers on this table and the bronze, but the legs are gilt wood. Very large, I want a big apartment for that. And this is one of my favorite pieces in the sale. This sofa, all original, curved, beautifully lacquered wood. I'll just give you an idea of the side. Look at the condition and the grain in that wood. And this is signed Carl Springer. Beautiful fabric, all original. Came from the same estate as that Chesterfield sofa, which is in wonderful condition as well. Okay, back to the mid-century, Danish, probably teak. This is a large flip-top table, actually flips out flat to a dining room table. This sofa is very comfortable. Everyone that comes in sits on it for a while. There's a bit of a woolly feel to it. I was just over in Ireland recently, so I'm used to the old woolly feel. Clouds, sort of after Kagan cloud-style sofa. We're not saying it is, and we're not saying it is. Okay, up here on this beautiful harvest table. Haven't had one in a while, and this is particularly nice at size and grain. Nice, the old. Top of that sort of 1, 2, 3 Stickley style lamps with the mica shades. We have a set of these chairs, once again, used to be the bee's knees. Hopefully they do well for the people this time, because there's a set of 8 in really wonderful shape and wonderful patina. Over here, this here's Kagan with the floating top on it, goes against your wall in here. It's all supported by this side. So when you look at it, it looks like this is floating, so it's really wonderful. We'll open it up there, give you a look inside. Nice bar cabinet, whatever you want for it. You can put your drinks, etc. up there. Really a nice original shape, good condition, but just nice rare piece. Okay, we will swing over here. More mirrors. Gonna get a little dark over here. Look at this cabinet here. Beautifully hand painted in faux grain. Really super 2-door cabinet. This, used to love these. I still love it. Don't know how much the people do, but look at the inlay on it and the escutcheons and the great patina Welsh cabinet. Here we have a set from the same estate. Big long server. Topped at a very large Venetian mirror. Look at the size of that. Going to swing right down here. We got Hitchcock style chairs, or not style, they probably are Hitchcock chairs. We have this beautifully carved Gothic cabinet, carved all over. And we have a Steinway upright in the sale too. So anyone who's into pianos or instruments between the violins and the Steinways, do not miss it. Getting near the finishing line, we have this, we're very busy here, as you can see, with stuff all over the place still. So we have this Harvey Ellis, after Harvey Ellis, Stickley Audrey bedroom set. I believe it's a pair of end tables, long dresser, an armoire, a mirror. So it's 3,000 to 5,000 estimate, really good. This table here, with the chrome base on it, is signed Knoll. It's a designer Knoll table. Nice big large size with the laminate top. Over here, we believe this is Tommy Parzinger. Really wonderful couple, actually quite useful with the little step back behind a sofa or a settee. We have a nice original set of L&J Stickley, not Stickley Audie, the real L&J Stickley, signed on the back right down here. Nice set of 8, which is nice to have, unusual to find 8. I'll have a quick look around to see what I'm missing. Anyway, if I missed anything, go to clarkeny.com. You can preview now if you want. It's all up and ready. So looking forward to seeing you. Have a great finish to the summer. Our next sale will be September. A couple of online sales and a thimble sale in between. But with that, I'll pass you on to the next appraiser.